Hello students, in today's video I am going to explain you class 8 chapter number 1, The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Morpurgo. This story is about a beautiful incident that took place during the First World War. Okay, now let's continue our chapter. I spotted means found it. Okay, I spotted it in a junk shop. Junk shop, it means that a shop selling second hand goods in Bridport. It is a market town. Okay, a roll top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and Oak had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in bad condition. The roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily means awkwardly, mended means repair, scotch marks, it means burn marks, all down one side. So it was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. Okay. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers, the veneer, it means sun mica. Okay, it's a one kind of a decorative wood on a furniture, cheap wood. Okay, it's called a sun mica, we can call it. Had lifted almost everywhere. It looked like a water damage to me. So, the scene is that the narrator always wants to buy a roll top desk. Okay, and for that he gone to buy an antique shop. There he find a very old desk, roll top. Okay, roll top desk he found that, which can be open. Okay, he found that this desk in a lace value also, and this desk has a scotch marks means burn mark on it, and its one leg was clumsily means awkwardly mended, it means they repaired it, means this particular desk was burned and its one leg was broken. Now narrator took this table as a challenge. He too has decided to buy it because its value is also less. He also thought that if he repaired this table, then he can use it for himself. So he gave the money to the shopkeeper and bring it to his house and kept it into his garage, and he started to work on it, means repair it, on the Christmas Eve. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers, means the veneer, the decorative wood on furniture. Okay, we can call it sun mica. So had lifted almost everywhere. So it looks like a water damage to me. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on. Taken their toll on, it's one kind of a phrase, and it means damaged. Okay, so this desk, the last drawer was stuck fast. Stuck fast means set tightly. I tried all I could to ease it out gently and I used brute force. So here he started to work on that desk. He observed that due to fire and water, that table was completely damaged. That veneer means mica he had removed that. Okay, he had removed that veneer because it shows that fire must have occurred in that house, and due to which this table got burned, and maybe to put off the fire people must have thrown water on it. So both these things, fire and water, completely damage this desk, roll top desk. But yeah, it's completely challenge for the writer to repair it and use it. That's why he started to work on it. Now what happened here? When he started to work on it, it's obvious that he has to separate all the parts. So there he found one particular drawer. You can see here in this picture one particular drawer which was stuck fast, means shut tightly, so tightly it shut there. He tried too much to open it. You can see here he was trying to open this desk, but it could not open. So he used a lot of pressure and he pulled it out of the desk. You can see here he gave pressure, and it, because of this pressure, he pulled it out of the desk. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist. Fist means a person's hand when the fingers are bent. You can see here in this picture the fingers are bent in towards the palm here. Okay, and held there tightly, and the drawer flew open, means drawer became open to reveal. Reveal means unknown, otherwise secret. Okay, a shallow space below, underneath, here inside a secret drawer is there. Now he pulled it, he bent his fingers and held it tightly, and the drawer became open. And what he found? One unknown secret box. You can see here. Okay, in a little depth below there was something in there. Yeah, so he found there something. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. This small tin box, sellotape to the top of it. It was a piece of lined note paper and written on it in a seki, means unsteady handwriting. Okay, handwriting. Jim's last letter received January 25, 1915, to be covered up, buried with me. When the time comes, I know, as I did, that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. So after a lot of effort, he finally reached there and he took out a small tin box. But how was it? On the top of that box, it was closed with a sellotape. When he opened it, there he found one letter, and that letter was written in note paper. Okay, it looks so seki and steady. Here the writer was in dilemma. Means two thoughts going on in the mind of writer. Okay, one was the curiosity to open that letter, and another not look at anyone's personal thing, but because of curiosity he opened that letter. Okay, it was a letter which was written by G. Macpherson, okay, to his wife Connie, and it was in envelope addressed on in to Connie, and he started to read the letter. So here we have finished our part 1. Now what will happen in part 2 we will see in the next video. Okay, So I hope students you all understood this. Thank you.